Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Grab your tea. It's tea talk time with Lady O, where the topics are real, relevant, and relaxing. And here's Lady O.
Oh, thank you, Shelley. I appreciate that wonderful, wonderful opening. And listen, not only is it going to be real and relevant and relaxing, today is going to be exciting because this is the Christmas season when we anticipate so many miraculous things, so many mystic wonders and lights and all the things. And as you can see behind me, I'm doing something that we traditionally do, which is decorate our tree, decorate our home. So I'll be showing you a little bit of that just to show you a little bit how we celebrate here in our house. But more important than that, I have a new friend that you're going to get a chance to meet today on Tea Talk. And even better, you're going to be able to meet him next Saturday at Snow on the Beltway. So listen, he is an Olympian, a gold medal winner, and he's going to talk about his life growing up, how he got to be where he is, what he is going to do in the future. And listen, he has a whole bunch of wonderful, exciting surprises, I want to say, that I can't tell you. He's going to tell you about some things that he's going to do when he comes next Saturday and what he's going to give to you next Saturday. And I don't want to give it away. So why don't you go ahead and start to invite your friends now. Sign on that you're in the house and make sure you show it to your friends that they can get on as well. Now, remember that you can share this show while we're doing it. If you go to First Met Live, you can share it to your Facebook or to your friend's Facebook. And even after this show is over, you can show it to others who you want to make sure you invite to next Saturday, because we know everybody's got things going on today. And that's why I'm so grateful that we can share this anytime during the week. So we want to pack the place outside. It's going to be real snow, a lot of fun for the children. We're going to talk about that as well. But without further ado, I want to introduce you to our friend. And I want to tell you, well, before I do that, let's give you a time to start sharing it with other people. Can you start sharing with your friends for a little while? Because I want everybody on here when he comes on. And if you have any questions or comments, if you'll put them in the chat or just say hi so he knows you're watching. I'm going to share with you a couple of things from me that I have every year. One of my favorite things I like to do, not only have church service, because that is the real reason that we celebrate Christmas, is Jesus Christ. So we don't want to forget that. But another thing that I like to do is I like to always go see the Nutcracker. So I plan on going to see the Nutcracker. This is a mug that someone gave me, one of my little students, when I was teaching kindergarten years ago. I won't tell you how old I am, but I'm using this particular mug today to celebrate that. In anticipation for the Nutcracker, we have a special show that we're going to be having that we'll talk about with the ensemble. And we're going to make sure that we celebrate the Christmas season. This is my granddaughter's favorite thing to do when she comes to my house. She looks for it, she pushes the little light, and it sings all the Christmas carols. And I tell her about the real reason for Christmas. So make sure you set up a nativity scene somewhere. I think I got this from Walmart, but and she loves it. At nighttime, it just lights up and sings, and we sing together. And so back here in the back of us, I got my Santa, my life-size Santa from Jamaica, yeah, man. And so every year he comes out and we take pictures. He's got his little, I would call those beads, Jamaican beads and so forth. So these are just a few of the favorite things that I like to do that kind of gets me ready. Even though I know the main reason is Jesus Christ, but he lights up the world. So my house is lit up in honor of Jesus Christ. So, and I've got other nativity scenes around the room that I'll show you a little bit later on if we have time. But I just want to say hello to some of my friends. Hello, Nikita and Deborah and Flair. Hi, Flair. And some of the others that are coming on. We want to make sure that you are ready for my new friend. And let me just tell you a little bit about him, but he's going to tell you more about himself as we are talking and getting to know one another. Now, the Bahamas is one of my favorite places to visit. And I've been there several times and I can't wait to go back. And so he is from the Bahamas and he is an Olympian, as we said before. And let me bring him on without further ado and introduce him to you. His name is Mr. Demetrius Pinder. Mr. Demetrius, would you join us on Tea Talk? I'm so glad to have you.
Thank you for having me.
So listen, we have got to know more and more about you because you're a young man to say you've been to the Olympics and done all of those things. So tell us about, your life, how you got started. Go ahead, just start talking to us. We want to know you.
Okay, well, with track, it wasn't the first sport. Just say that. Started off because somebody wanted to bet, running, and I'm like, so I don't know if I'm fast because I used to swim before track. Thing that would help me, strong with me. So it was a friendly bet that I also thought that they could have beat me. I had and it was a found thing for me. So I stumbled upon becoming.
Okay. So if I'm not, you're cutting in and out a little bit, so you might need to talk a little bit slower and a little bit closer to the microphone and maybe keep your mouth turned that way because it's going in and out. But from what I understood you to say is that was not your first sport. Your first sport was swimming?
First sport was swimming, correct?
Okay. And somebody made a bet that you couldn't beat them running or that you could beat them running and you won the bet. Is that correct?
So they thought, because myself, I can run. I didn't know how fast I was strong because I was a swimmer. So I took on the bet and to beat the person. So up to this day, I still thank that person to stumble upon.
So you have to thank him for the challenge.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, very good. So once you started running fast, so then were you in high school or elementary school? What age were you?
Started off kind of late due to the fourth trying to become a professional through swimming. They stumbled upon track and field pretty late while I was in the 10th grade, late in high school, and
Wow.
I was able to a few scholarships for track and field, full rides in order to try to better further in the.
Oh, that's great. Well, that's so funny because my husband, Bishop Ogletree, that's what he was doing when I met him. He was a track star in high school. He did get a college and won some medals in to go to college. Of course, he changed courses once he got to college because he said, I thought I was really fast, but there were some Pouncey brothers that were really much faster than me, so they kind of made me think, kind of slow. But anyway, he used to always come to my house to visit me in his track uniform. My mom called him bird leg guy. What's that bird leg guy want around here? So I can appreciate that, the running and getting your breath and making the curve and those things that he talked about. So was it very hard for you in the 10th grade starting out when others have been in probably practicing since they were in middle school?
Yes. So definitely was a new adjustment for me from swimming and wanting to now do track and field. There's much pressure on me that I'm coming from another and is just have fun and see where it can go. I think that helped me a lot in what I really had at. So I was just really just having fun. I was able to find out a lot,
that you
a
had a
lot
gift.
when it.
You
Oh
know, and that's what
man,
God does. Yeah, God does that a lot of times. He gives you stuff that you just enjoy because it's a gift from God. Do you feel like it was a gift from God, or how did?
most definitely, I felt like it was still a gift, and me on the right path up and become an Olympic gold. Everything happens for a reason, and we just have to follow, sure that everything is not trying to, do our own. So when it happened, that I definitely, every day for to stumble upon this gift that, well, I wouldn't say hidden, had me wait at that time. So,
Well, it's really great that you went ahead and followed through with what God had gifted you to do, rather than say, "No, I've been swimming all my life. I'm going to stick with that," because you can miss your blessing, going against the way that God has bent you to go. And it just seems like with you starting in the 10th grade, you had to have some kind of gift, or God making a way out of no way for you to go that direction. What
yes.
did what did your mom say?
Oh man, tough. It was tough. Transition into track and field. That's what my dad wanted, swim. So I'm still in high school. I don't have say on what I wanted completely. So it was playing tug of war the whole last 3 years. One day my dad want to take me to trip. My mom want to take me to swimming. It's crazy because I think doing me to where I am today, because background with this swimming so much with track and field, the little muscles and working on a lot of strengthening and breathing. I thank them both for pulling me to both sides.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I know both of those different sports. It's about the breathing, and I know when my husband was practicing, the coach would tell him certain things to breathe and to hold that, and then when to put all of it, or when you round that curve, and so it's different strategies for breathing when you come to different areas. I don't know what part did you run in track?
400 meters. I run
The
the four
400.
and 200 meters.
Okay, I can't remember what my husband
So
won, but he
one,
did.
yeah, the 400 lap, 200 meters half a lap.
Yeah. I know the one he ran, he would say the monkey would get on your back and you couldn't breathe. You would get that second wind. Do you know what
That's
I'm talking about?
definitely the 400 meters. You,
Yeah.
you can feel no
Oh,
pump
there's a
yet.
picture of you. Tell us about this picture here. Do you see the picture
Right
on the
there,
screen? What is that
monkey
one?
was right there. The monkey was.
He said right there, the monkey's on your back. Wow. I know. So that is really, really great. And your muscles, you have to have certain muscles to swim, certain muscles to run, and they have to be developed. So you get this scholarship to go to for track to college. Where did you go to college?
Yeah, at a junior college first. So I went to junior college down in North. I stayed there for 2 years, and then I ended up transferring over to Texas A&M down in College Station.
Oh, really? That's where I got my PhD from, College Station. So, yay! I can't make that little sound they say.
You go.
You know, anyway, but that we have a long history with A&M. A lot of people at our church, we have a lot of alumnus from A&M. So you're right in the right country.
Oh yeah, I definitely got a visit now.
Yeah, yeah. So, but anyway, so getting on from college at A&M, and then how do you know that you're going to be able to go beyond just, a scholarship to get an education, that you're going to go to the Olympics? Tell us how that transition, happened.
So running college is almost like, especially for D1, best of the best. So the people is usually the people you see at a top 10 or top tier or your event. So almost every meet that we went to, I was either first or second. I started getting agents and talk to me, and just come in and talk to me. At the time, you could not talk to like Nike or Adidas or without that change. I wish I could get time, but
I know, right?
the kids have it good now. We couldn't get none. Wait until graduated and being able to get a sponsor. A lot of opportunities was on my even graduating, so I know that's something that I wanted to pursue. College and Olympia.
So did your coach help you get it? You said people started, did the Olympic committee start to court you, or who? Because I know my sons played football and they had different colleges and different national football clubs, what do you call it? Recruiting them, coming, sending letters and those kind of things. But to go from the professionals to athletic, Olympian, was that different?
So much coming out of and just do more, as a in college is more so NCAA's or in the school, looks. So once you leave, it's all about how can you brand yourself and how far you want to take. College just sets you up of making sure that you something that you really want to do or think that able to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I think like even with my sons, going to the right schools and the winning schools, and that it gives you the exposure. And so once you get the exposure like that, then we had to do some tapes and understand how the program worked, which it was kind of like a dog eat dog thing. Sometimes I would get upset with some of those recruiters, the way they did things, but it's a game. And I know you know what I'm talking about. It's a game.
Yeah.
And the mamas have to stay out of it, but I was kind of like, trying to get in there because they were trying to take advantage in some cases, the way they did things. But so when you got out of college, you went straight to train for the Olympics, or how does that work?
Yes. So my college was done. My college coach became national coach.
Oh, you coach? Okay.
He still trained the college kids. I stayed because that's what my in order to he already know what I needed in college, so I wanted to just stay and continue to train with him. When I did, won the medal, that was my college coach. So
yeah. And coaches are so important. I mean, if you got a really good coach that knows his stuff, has some connections, and is willing to speak up for you, that's kind of half the job was for my boys when they were in football. If the coach speaks up for you, and gives you the playing time and the opportunities, then the rest, God is just going to make it fall into place. So tell us about. Go ahead.
I would say most definitely at time we have to make it easier, like being respectful and being athlete, a respectable athlete.
Right.
Just making respect everywhere.
Right. And that was the next question I was going to ask you, to give to the children that may be watching, or their parents, the best advice you can give them. And this is one of the things I've heard over and over again with my 3 sons and with other kids: be respectful.
Yes.
You know, because you will need those coaches. You can't be disrespectful to them, because a lot of times they may be wrong. They may not do you like they should be doing you. But if you get disrespectful, you're definitely not going to get their support. As a matter of fact, they may try to blackball you. Have you seen that at all?
Oh, all the time. And it's crazy because that do to your coach translate over, and you don't know. You might go try get a job. That might be cousin or family member. So that's why I always tell younger athletes to definitely can take you further than.
Yes, that's good. Be respectful. Be humble.
Who you know. Respect.
Yeah. Because those coaches do know a lot of people, and wherever you go in your next thing, even my sons, when they got to have jobs, they asked, well, where did you go to school? Who were your coaches? And that said a lot. And, with A&M, they always tell us when we graduate, just say you're from A&M, it opens a lot of doors, a lot of ears. But they come and ask the people from A&M, hey, tell me about this Pinder guy. What's he like? And so you want to have a good report, right?
Most definitely. All that good.
Well, good. Well, listen, why don't you tell us a little bit about where you are now, what you're doing. And we're so happy that you're going to be coming to us next Saturday at 11 for Snow on the Beltway. We'll talk a little bit more about what Snow on the Beltway is in a minute. Or do we want to go do, let's go ahead and do that first. And then we're going to come back and ask you to tell us about what you're going to be doing for us at Snow on the Beltway. I know you're going to give us an autograph, right?
Yeah, definitely. Me and Olympian teammate.
Oh, you're going to have some teammates there.
Yes.
All right. That's even greater. So we're going to see some other Olympians, some teammates. Well, you may as well go ahead and tell us what else you're going to do before we talk about Son of the Beltway. I can't, when it's like Christmas morning, you want to just open those gifts right now. So you're going to be coming and you're going to be talking to the kids and saying some of the wonderful things that our computer today is having a little problem with interception because we know you're traveling. So I thank you for taking off this time to speak to us. But why don't you tell us what else can we expect when we see you on Saturday?
Is helping some bringing in the turkeys at Christmas. Also looking at 400 to 500 kids and gifts.
Did you say gifts? Did you say gifts? So listen, I don't know if you caught that, but I'm going to repeat it because I did hear it over here. There are going to be turkeys and there'll be gifts. He's expecting 400 of your kids to be there. So that's a lot of kids. So you're going to have something that the kids can take home, maybe some toys or something?
Most definitely. And experience. Like I said, I will help other Olympians, of the building and being able to connect, answer questions, try to help in every way.
Yes. So answering questions, he's going to be bringing gifts and all kind of wonderful things and other friends that you can take pictures with. And I don't know if they'll play in the snow, but you might be able to get a picture with them in the snow. Because y'all don't have snow, I know, in the Bahamas. Y'all don't get snow, do you?
Oh, no. We scared of
Well, we don't get snow very much here, but a couple of years ago, it actually snowed in Houston, and the whole city shut down. We were locked in for about 3 days. Our heat went out, and it was around February 14th, and I had 5 grandkids here with me, and they were just spending the holidays, for Valentine's Day because their parents were out on this love date, right? and it
Okay.
snowed, and they couldn't get over here to get them, and I was here with no electricity. So we were drinking hot chocolate and cream of wheat, playing in the snow. And I was wanting it to go away after about 2 days because I was freezing. But we bring in artificial snow. I think so. This will be a good time for Nikita to come in and tell us about snow on the Beltway, and so that we'll understand. Nikita, tell us
Yes, ma'am.
the Beltway. Is it actually going to snow on the Beltway next Saturday?
It is going to snow. We're bringing in snow early in the morning. And I heard, Lady O, that the weather is going to be chilly. So it's going to be nice. I'm
That's going to
excited.
be great
It's
because
a
you know what?
pleasure to meet you, Demetrius, online. And I'm excited about your trip to First Met on Saturday, the 17th. Our event is 11 to 1. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have you. There's the flyer, Snow on the Beltway. Our theme this year is better to give than receive, coming out of Acts 20 and 35. As I said, it's September the 17th. That's next Saturday. I'm excited.
December
The 17th.
It's
Sorry.
September.
At 11 to 1. So
one.
yeah, it's going to be snow. There's going to be children there. There's going to be our family of faith there, and you. I'm so excited to be able to meet you there and my team. I'm thankful, Lady O, for having me to represent our 2022 snow team, is what I'm calling us this year, and we will be out there serving the community. We have crafts, we have games, we have hot chocolate and games, our crafts that we do, and I'm excited.
And guess who else is going to be there?
Wow.
Oh, and Santa. We'll have our Santa there. Not the Jamaica Santa, but we will have a Santa.
We're going to have a Santa there you can take pictures with, sit on his lap. I sat on this lap last year, and I got what I wanted. But it's going to be a lot of fun. It's just going to be a lot of food, a lot of children, a lot of prizes, a lot of just really fun. So the good thing about this is it's free.
Yes.
Right.
We are not charging. This is something we want to do to bring the community together, to serve the families in our food pantry, to serve the families of First Met and to the community. And we're going to put this show out to boost it to beyond our community. So there'll be some people there from everywhere. And so Demetrius has already said he can handle it. So y'all come on, because he can handle it, right, Demetrius?
Most definitely. And I just want to say thank you for allowing me to do this for the kids. And it's always a blessing to put a smile on their face.
Yeah.
That's how I receive. So whatever I can do in the future, I hope it's something else that we can, and try to come often to bless another. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being on, and I want to just thank you, and because this is really a blessing, because I had this dream years ago to do this, and I prayed and prayed and prayed, and I was about to give it up because it's just too much for me to do, and I prayed, and then Sister Nikita stepped up and said, I'll help you. So her helping me ended up me giving it to her, because I've just been so really busy. So I really appreciate you, Reverend Minister Nikita, for taking this on, you and your team. And then Demetrius coming on was another one of my prayers. I was like, Lord, we don't have funding for this to do what I really want to do. And the snow that they charge us is so expensive. I've been trying to get them to donate the snow, but they won't. It's like $2,800 for the snow. And so I'm praying that one day we'll get a sponsor for that. So every year, God keeps answering my prayers. And so I'm not going to give it up, because I was going to just not do it. And then God just stepped in and said, okay, I'm going to give you what you need. So I want to thank you too for stepping up. You're part of my prayers. And I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And the kids, thank you too.
Most definitely. You don't forget your workout shoes now. Afterwards.
We're gonna bring our shoes. Well, they definitely gonna be ready. I'm gonna tell you about some of the ones too that come. who is that the dress? Are your helpers here, Joe Antoinette and people like that? Are they on today?
No, they weren't able. They had other engagements, but you know what? We will be.
But they are dressed up
with our shoes on, of course.
They will have their tennis shoes on. But Joe Antoinette, one of our crowd members, she always dresses up like Santa's helper with little tutus and elf hats, and I mean, it is adorable. So if you want to do that, you can certainly do that or dress your kids up, however, but based upon the weather, you know, you want to dress them appropriately. Bring gloves, because every year the kids like, my hands are freezing. I'm like, honey, I can't help you. These are my gloves. No. You know, we just warm them up real quick and set them back out there. So that's really, really great. Now, I wanted to say another thing, Demetrius, before we left. Okay, Miss Nikita, did you have anything else to say about Snow on the Beltway before I drop back into what I want to talk about this thing we do in the Bahamas?
No, I'm just excited. Just reminding the date on next Saturday. We're there from 11 to 1. So I'm looking forward to it. And yes, please dress up. We got a new outfit this year, Lady O.
Okay, I can't wait to see it. I'll have my same one on because I can't compete with you young ladies. But listen, I wanted to get back to our guest today. Like I told you, the Bahamas is one of my favorite places to go. And when we were there last time, well, not the last time, it was the time before last, we went in December. And we were in the hotel, and all of a sudden, all of this noise came through, and these women dressed with all these big head things, gears, and they were dancing the dance. And I was like, what is this? And the guy said, oh, it's Junkanoo. And I was like, what is a Junkanoo? Can you tell us about Christmas in the Bahamas? What is it like?
In the Bahamas, it's filled with a lot of activities and costumes from scratch with car fires and pacing use, you know, drums and cowbells. Create beautiful station music.
So that's the music part. We'll talk about the costumes in just a minute. But what he said, if you couldn't quite understand, they go and get pretty much what we might call junk, maybe car parts or, you know, pots and pans or whatever, and they make their own musical instruments. That's why it's called Junkanoo, I think, because it's like junk stuff, but it makes beautiful, beautiful music. And when you hear it come through, it's like it gets into your bones and you just got to move, right? So there's dance. Are these traditional dances that they're doing? Are they just?
Yes. So everything choreographed. You have people months to make sure that they have their dances right, different groups, because they're competing for a lot every year. Each group.
They compete to get awards for that.
So it gets real on you got that day, they call it Boxing Day, and then so we pride in it.
It is amazing.
Must experience.
And the costumes, you know what it kind of reminds me of, even at a greater level. New Orleans, we have what is it called, y'all? Wait a minute now. Just had that moment. What is the one in New Orleans called? Where are my people from New Orleans on here? Put it in the thing. Mardi Gras. Thank you. So Mardi Gras is like that too. And I learned too that they each have different groups and they compete, you know, for their costume and their presentation and dance and so forth. So Mardi Gras is a big thing here because they even have it some here in the Houston area as well, because we have a lot of New Orleans.
Is that the thing with the beads?
Yes.
Okay.
They throw the beads out there. They drink a lot. Does that sound familiar? Lots of drinking.
Yes. I know. I knew that.
lots of dancing, and I didn't know it, but they come from, for lack of a better word, different colonies or groups that come up through their family lineage, and so they compete, and they have floats and so forth, and there are awards. So it reminds me of that. And then that, but the big headdresses that they have on a lot of time, you know what I'm talking about? They're big and huge, and they're balancing them out. That reminds me of Dominican is a Saint Thomas. If you've been there before, to their I don't know if it's New Year's or what it is, but so the car, yes, thank you. It's a carnival, carnival, a carnival, whatever. But I love it because it really is an extension of African American islanders, Black islanders, and so forth. And I don't know if they bought them from Africa. Where do you know anything about the history of the people from the Bahamas? Are they mostly from Africa or where?
Bahamas have a little piece of everybody.
Uh-huh.
So more so, but it's a mixture of.
So is it like, tell me where your great grandfather or mother came from?
So I'm about to go ask my dad as soon as I put it.
That's okay. It's okay.
It's a great question.
You know, I'm a history buff, so I always want to know where your mama from, where your grandmama and them from, you know?
Right. Yeah, that's a question I would definitely have to answer Saturday.
Ask him have that question. Have that for me next week. You know, I'm gonna tell him she's gonna ask me next week. Where is everybody from? A little bit of the history about the people from Bahama. Where did they come from? And that's correct. Yeah, very interesting to me. So about your upbringing in your church. So are you did you grow up in the church?
Yes, most definitely. Man, we was in church every day. I did church every day until I was able to, the moms she had all the time. So yeah, death was one of the forefront things. Caribbeans in general, everything is the church. I definitely grew up in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's one of the things I love about going to the Caribbean, on the islands and so forth. Everybody that I meet that is of a darker skin color, which is predominantly everybody that you're around, they all have a great sense of church. They are rooted in good mothers that have brought them up, knowing about the Lord and being very respectful of pastors, I would say, because sometimes people here, they don't really have the same kind of respect. But when we go over there and they learn that my husband is a pastor, a bishop, it's like they put you on a different level of respect. Do you see that in your younger age? Is that starting to go away?
Oh, it's still there. We have a lot of respect for the church with God per se. That would always, number one comes to believe, when we're all in the Bahamas. So, and study. So we definitely take.
Well, I love that about you guys, and I feel like I'm with family when I'm there. People kind of treat you like family too, and all the wonderful food. What's your favorite dish that your mom cooks for you during this season or when you come home? When you come home, I know it's like a big homecoming. My husband tells people all the time, I didn't get a good meal until my sons came home from college. So when you come home from, you're traveling, what does mom or your aunties, what do they cook for you?
So, coming though of not going, it always conk on the table, made in all different ways, conch salad, crack conch. So that's a thing that have to taste. I can taste it right now. Amazing.
Your mouth will start to water, huh?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Now you have to tell people, because people don't know what conch is. And when we first got there, the first time we went, we did the same thing. On the menu is conch salad, conch fritters, conch this, conch. We go, what is conch? And they're looking at us like, you don't know what conch is? So the men actually went. We were on a boat one time. He went down and got one out of the ocean, I guess you would call it.
Water.
Out of the water. He just dove right down in there and got it out and cut the little thing out and took it out to show us. So what is a conch? Tell us that.
So they call it. So when people hear, they like, oh, I don't want that. But pretty much a sea snail. It's
A sea snail.
Yeah, it's a shell.
It's pretty big though, right? It's not like a little snail. It's what, about that big?
You got it. And they come out bigger. So I'm so hungry. But it comes up. It comes up bigger than that. It's a beautiful shell.
Wow.
And sometimes
I have one here.
You might find pearls. You find pearls of the conch shell.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Well, I guess they took the pearls out before they gave them to. We bought them. He went down and he was telling they're so big. I mean, they're not that big, you know. And the meat is very good too. There are different ways that they prepare it. It's almost like we have sweet potatoes so many different ways: sweet potato pie, sweet potato pudding, candy yams. You know, it's kind of a
what we do with the conch.
Well, I don't think they have it very much here in the United States. Do you think?
We're too far up. I mean, because that's something you want to eat fresh. I don't want frozen.
Yeah, you can't have it. It's got to be fresh. You're absolutely right. Well, we're looking forward to coming back, and we'll have to see too when you're there, and see if we can kind of hook up when we get back there. You have to tell me where the best place to get it from. I know we always ask, where do the locals go?
The best place is at home. I'll make sure that my mom, you can't get it no better than that.
I bet nothing like home cooking, huh?
Nothing like it.
Well, good. So is there anything else you want to tell us? Just kind of as we're getting ready to close up, we're going to be talking about our New Year's Eve celebration and those kind of things. So are you going to be here for that Saturday, and are you leaving to go home for Christmas, or?
No, I would definitely still be. We still training. And the New Year's, meet to start. So staying here and training, what I'll be doing. So
yeah, well, that's the big sacrifice that you have to pay if you're an athlete, or if you're in, like my daughter-in-law's in theater, and so she's been having to be at the theater every night because people come on Christmas, they go to see the theater, and so she is there sacrificing her holiday to entertain everybody else. So you're getting ready to do that as well. Well, we'll have to make sure you get some good Christmas food. Do you like gumbo?
Well, yes, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, we have to get you some good Christmas food here while you're here, so you won't be home being too homesick.
I'm willing.
Well, thank you so much for coming to join us. We are just looking forward to it. And I said again, as Minister Nikita would have me to say as well, don't forget that's next Saturday. So what I need you to do is share this video with everybody you know on all of your Facebook platforms, all of your groups that you're part of, because I know, like, if you're like me, you're always looking for something that's really wonderful to do on the holidays, and it's fun to do. And the main thing, because I have 4 children, I'm always looking for something that's free that my kids are going to enjoy. And it's even better when they get gifts and, you get food and things like that. And you get to meet this wonderful young man from the Bahamas, this wonderful Olympian, and his friends. And so we want to come out and show him some love from Houston at Snow on the Beltway. So don't forget, that's this coming Saturday. It's going to be at the church. The church is located at 8870 West Sam Houston Parkway North. It is on the Beltway, Beltway 8, between 249 and 290. Those are your markers off the Beltway. It's right near West Road. So those are three places that you can kind of look at to see where we are. We're right across the Beltway from Jersey Village. So that's where we are. And we're right there on the Beltway. When you're driving by, you're going to see the snow and all the kids playing. So if you are driving by, just come on in. But better than that, plan to come. Bring a whole car full and tell other friends, co-workers, and neighbors to join you Saturday at 11 for Snow on the Beltway. You will not be disappointed. It's going to be so much fun. And you're going to leave there with something in your hands, okay, and something in your heart to remind you of sharing the love of Christ during this season. As our theme is, it's better to give than to receive. So come out and receive what these wonderful people have to give to you, what our church has to give to you. Bishop will be there as well, and Pastor Johnny, and the leaders, and the First Metropolitan family. So we look forward to seeing you. We have about 10 minutes. So Mr. Demetrius, we want to thank you for coming. We're going to talk a little bit more. If you want to stay on, that's fine. But if you have to go, we understand. We just want to thank you. We're looking forward to seeing you.
Likewise. I'm excited.
Okay.
My team as well.
Tell your team we'll be there waiting, and we're going to show them so much love at First Met. And all the children will be there, and we are going to be excited about this. And hopefully this will be something we can continue on, because like I said, I've been praying. I believe God showed me the vision years back, but I just didn't have all the other things and the help. And so now God is giving me the help. He's sending the provisions, because I wanted the kids to have toys, but I just didn't have any money for toys. So this is just truly a blessing for us. And we thank you for the partnership and your team.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, Sister Tisha. All right, let's finish closing up about talking about what else is going to be happening at First Met. So that's going to be that Saturday. The next day after that will be the 18th, and we're going to have children's church. Well, first of all, Motown Christmas. That's right. We're going to have a Motown Christmas where the Ensemble Theater, which is our Black theater downtown, it's going to be bringing the show that costs you typically $35, $45 to see. They're going to come to the community and bless us with a Motown Christmas. It's going to be professional, all the singing and dancing that you're going to get. And again, we have partnered with them so that First Metropolitan is sponsoring it, and it's going to be free to the community. So we thank Miss Eileen and the Ensemble Theater for partnering with us and giving us that show in our venue. And you're going to bring your family and friends out, and it's going to be what? Free. It's going to be fun. It's going to be for the family. So and our choir is going to be there. So that's another thing I didn't say otherwise. With the Snow on the Beltway, we're going to have caroling from our choirs. We'll have pictures with Santa, Coco, funny games. Now, so that's going to be the Saturday. And then the Sunday morning is when we're going to, that Sunday evening is when we're going to have the Ensemble Theater. And then the next week will be Christmas. And, we're going to be preaching that Sunday. Is going to be a good, not a typical preaching message. It's going to be a message for the family that God has given to me to give to you and your children and your loved ones. So don't stay at home on Christ's birthday. It's his party, right? So we put our toys away and we come out and celebrate and thank God for Jesus. And it's going to be great. Bishop will be reading the Christmas story. And the children have a production that they're going to be putting on to correlate with the Christmas story. We'll have lots of songs by our choir that are going to be amazing. And that's Christmas Day. Now, the next week, which is New Year's Day, we will do that evening before Christmas. I mean, New Year's Eve, we have a big concert that is going to be put on by some
Mhm.
fabulous singers. And a lot of it is original songs. And they're going to be, they have got a production to put together that you don't want to miss. And what it's all about is that we're going to be thanking the Lord that we made it. Thank God we made it. It is New Year's Eve, and the Lord has blessed us to see a brand new year. And we don't take that for granted. So we're bringing our children out, we're bringing our family out. We're going to be entertained, but not just entertained. We're going to be a part of the entertainment. Because guess who we're entertaining? God. He's going to be watching us to see how grateful we are. And so we'll have testimonies, we'll have prayers, we'll have a preaching. Pastor Johnny is going to be giving us a sermon to get us ready for the new year. We're going to thank God. And when we get through praying, we're going to blast on out into this new year and get ready for God's next. And that's what our theme for next year, God's next. I believe it is. Pastor Johnny say, what's next or God's next? And we know, oh no, what is the theme, Tish? It's not called God's Next. That was Bishop's. It's called It Is Here. Something like It Is Now. Something like that. Somebody put it in the chat for me. Anyway, we are here. I think it is something like that. We are here. Anyway, it's talking about, okay, guys, it's January 1, 2023. We have been dreaming about this and talking about it, and now we are here. And Pastor Johnny has been in training and participating in praying and fasting about the position that he's going to take on. So we are just excited about what God's going to do, and the fact that we are so excited that he allowed us to be a part of it. Isn't that amazing? Does anybody else have anything else they want to share about the upcoming events?
No, but I'm just extremely excited about Snow on the Beltway. That's just going to be amazing this year. I mean, I just hate I have to miss it. But it's going to be amazing. So please, everybody, share, so that we can pack the house and have as many children from the community as possible.
Yeah, he's asking us for 200 and we can do it. Okay.
Yes, yes,
We want him, if he's getting that many toys together for us, we need to make sure the kids are there, that they know about
right,
it. Because I think last year we didn't have, funds to get the toys to them, and
right.
some kids were disappointed.
I
So
know.
we want to get the message back out there. Hey, the Lord has blessed us with toys, so come on back. We got
Come
the
on
toys
back.
this year.
Yes.
Sister Deborah, you good with your purple going on?
Yes, I'm good. I know the kids are looking forward to Snow on the Beltway as they do every year.
Yeah, the little kids and the big kids, because I get excited. I'm a big kid, but it's just something about snow during this season, about the chilliness
Hmm.
of the weather.
Yeah.
It signals change. It signals transition.
Hmm.
It signals a miracle from God.
Yes.
We just don't see snow like that, right? So
Right.
whenever I see snow coming out of the clouds, it's to me, I mean, you New Yorkers and you Chicagoans, you all, it's nothing to you guys. But for us down here in Texas, it's like, wow. I remember my son, when he first saw the snow come down, he was saying, is candy gonna fall out of the sky too? Because he had seen it on Christmas, on the TV, that candy canes and things would fall. But he was looking for it because he didn't know what it meant for the snow to fall. So, but anyway, listen, we are going to be checking out now, but that's all for today. But hasn't it been a marvelous time getting to know our new friend? And please pray for him and the team for great success in everything that they do. We'll be praying for Demetrius and all of the team, and I can't wait to meet them all. And of course, I'm going to take my picture with them and get my autograph. And all the things that, you do when you meet somebody like that God has really graced. So listen, that's all for now. Let me get my tea. I'm ready to get out of here and get ready for next Saturday at 11, First Metropolitan Church on the Beltway. I'll see you at 11. Goodbye for now, and Merry Christmas.